Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the General Hospital recap for March 28th through April 1st. So General Hospital turned 59 on yesterday. Sorry, we're actually recording on Saturday because tomorrow we're going to the GH Fantasy event in Pittsburgh.
I'm so excited.
That's our pre-reality check. But, you know, we still had to record our recap and everything. But it was also our 3-year anniversary of sitting here on the couch talking like friends. You know, you go over, you sit on your friend's couch, you chit-chat, you discuss the soaps, catch up on life.
Have a whole bunch of side conversations
Yep.
here and there.
Exactly. So happy birthday, General Hospital. Happy anniversary to us.
Yes.
We are now in season 4.
That's insane.
How? So one thing from Thursday's Port Charles 411 ties into last week's recap. We talked about the pregnancy test thing.
A whole bunch. I was still screaming that all this week, but go ahead.
But wait, so the episode that we went on the deep dive about the pregnancy test is going to be released on Thursday.
So you're all welcome.
We recorded it February 6th and are just now getting to releasing the Mexico adventure. So I'm editing the second episode and I was like, oh, wait, this is what we were talking about on Monday. Like, didn't we already talk about this? We did 2 months ago, but you're just now hearing it. Do you play April Fool's Day pranks?
No.
Did you see an April Fool's Day prank yesterday?
From someone that we know?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this because it was the best.
Today, on General Hospital, this is what happened. April 1st, 2052. Wiley and Scout were about to get married when Nell bust in the back of the church to confront Willow and Nina about being her twin, separated at birth 30 years ago. Meanwhile, Rocco was investigating a lead to take down Josh and Cam's mob empire. Which also reminds me, please bring Sonny back. I know Maurice Bernard passed away a few years ago, but recast, it's okay.
I won't be able to do the video today because we're going to SmackDown to see Undertaker and the Steiner Brothers and many others get inducted to the Hall of Fame.
We also got to say April Fools.
And happy April Fools 2052. I'll see you later.
That's so cute.
So Max's family did the best April Fool's Day. They had his dad, Rocky, which I never realized how much they really look.
Yes.
Max is his mini.
Yes.
You put a little, chin hairs on them and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go to their Instagram page or follow them on Twitter too, I think they released it on Twitter also. Hold on. I'm trying to get their name. Stop. Oh, I didn't even notice he's wearing the Corinthos Coffee
Oh, that's so cute.
cap. But their Instagram handle is We Are the Tomlins, and Rocky took over and
Put us in the future. I
put us
like
in the
that.
future. So that's going to be Max doing the updates in the future. Love the fact that it's going to take us 30 years for
Nell
to come back.
I just picture her with a cane, like hobbling up the aisle. Wait a minute.
She's only going to be in her 50s. We will be using canes
do
then.
You know how much she's gone through?
That is true.
She's going to need
She
a
did
cane.
fall
Not
down the
for-
hill.
Not for old age, but for some type of medical issues that she's sustained from all she's been through.
Have you seen where there's like a side by side showing the Golden Girls are the same age as the Sex and the City
Yes.
girls? Isn't it amazing the way that perspectives have changed? Because I was thinking, okay, you're doing like Golden Girls 50-year-old
Right.
now. Meanwhile, she's going to be walking in like Carrie Bradshaw.
It's insane.
But I absolutely loved that. I thought it was the sweetest thing and super jealous that he got to see The Undertaker. So, but super happy for him too. Just a wee bit jealous. Do we want to get started on the alternative?
Yes. Yes. I liked her perspective.
Yes.
Even though my mind did not go there. It went totally negative.
Well, but that's why we like talking to other fans because people have different thoughts than us.
Yes.
And we love it. We had a little bit of a tirade last week regarding, I don't want to say tirade.
We were just upset with Willow not standing up for herself, in our opinion. That's how it seemed.
Yes.
And Nina agreed with us this week, so...
There is that, but now I don't know if I want...
I don't know that I want to agree with Nina.
Be happy about that? I don't know. That's a whole other... We'll just get into that when we're done. So on Instagram, Kerbleski90, Michael defended Willow when Shiloh attacked her.
Yes.
She told him that he's her rock. He's always been there for her no matter what their relationship is. I took her saying, you don't always have to be a hero, as he doesn't always have to be strong. He said a night in jail wasn't so bad and he can't complain. And then in parentheses, it says, in comparison to what he's dealt with, it's really not, because we haven't talked about it, but like we've referenced the fact that when Michael was in jail, he was raped.
Yes.
So one night in jail, just sleeping on a cot in comparison to what he had been through.
Right.
Absolutely.
It was being held at the PCPD. It wasn't being hauled off to jail.
Right. I think she was just trying to tell him he can always confide in her. They talked about it before. Michael always has a plan and is stoic. Willow wears her heart on her sleeve. They're both nice and kind, but they deal with their emotions differently. It also makes me wonder if Willow knows what happened to Michael in prison, because one night in jail really isn't bad in comparison to what happened. That would be a great scene to see Michael explain why he understood how she felt after what Shiloh did to her. Yes.
Yes.
That would add so much depth to their relationship.
Yeah, how has that not come up?
I don't know.
They've confided in each other a lot of stuff. How has he not said that?
And there was a scene outside of Callie's after Willow talked to Christina about Dawn of Day where Michael was telling her that she should talk to somebody because it helps. She gave him a look that was curious about how much he understood so much and wondered why, but she didn't ask.
Mm-hmm.
It would be such a great moment seeing Liz and Carly scene last week when Carly asked her why she never had a girl. Liz said she's glad she never had a good girl because she doesn't know how she would have handled seeing her daughter be the same age as she was when something tragic happened.
Yes.
Just Liz talking to her about how that night changed everything. Carly knew what she meant. The pain doesn't go away no matter how long it's been. And I thought that was a really good perspective.
Mm-hmm.
We like it.
I do. I like it.
It's a different way of thinking. And we love the way that this was written. It was...
Right. She wasn't telling us
well
that we were
thought
wrong.
out.
It was, here's why I disagree.
Yeah. And it was just well thought out. It was well supported. Yeah. I feel like if this was an English essay, you'd get an A because you established your intention for the paper. You supported it with facts and you had a good ending. A+. Yes. Kerbleski 90.
No, I really do like hearing someone else's perspective because then it's like, oh yeah, I didn't think about it like that. Okay, I will give Michael a little more grace.
Yeah, just a little.
Just a little. He's still not my favorite.
It's just, and we saw it again this week.
Mm-hmm. All right, so what's our...
Hulu headlines.
Hulu headlines, so we can see if they agreed with us.
Okay, yeah, I guess we can do that, and then we'll get back to it. Hulu headlines. Monday, Curtis is out of patience with Marshall.
Okay, that could have been the headline every day, but go ahead.
Tuesday, Spencer confides in Victor.
Yeah.
Wednesday, Sonny questions a visitor.
I'm not quite so sure that was a visitor, but okay.
I feel like that would be a different word.
Mm-hmm. Hostage?
Yeah. Sonny questions someone, but she was not a visitor.
No.
Visitor, I feel, implies
came
invited.
In of their own free will. Yes.
Yeah. Thursday, Scott guides a new client in court.
Yes, but I didn't understand that. Go ahead.
And Friday, Sonny seeks out Brick's expertise.
Yay, Brick. So, all right. So Monday, Marshall.
It is.
That really doesn't describe Monday. Curtis is upset with Marshall because Marshall won't tell the whole truth and he likes to butt into other people's business and give demands without any background information. If he was writing an essay, he would get an F because he's not supporting what he's talking about. Same story as every single week with him and Marshall, except for they're arguing about Sonny today.
I did think it was interesting, though, that Marshall is getting these other perspectives of Sonny from, he helped TJ and then Marshall goes to pay the bill and Phyllis is like, yeah, Sonny bought me this bar after Lenny died and all that. And you can kind of see the wheels turning a little bit. Okay. And his girl Epiphany is a Sonny fan.
Exactly.
So, I mean, she has her boundaries, but she's a fan of Sonny's. So I don't think that, I'm curious to see how him seeing this side and hearing about these other things is going to impact his, is it going to impact his opinion?
And it's not an excuse, because mental health is not an excuse to do bad things. But if Marshall is suffering through similar mental health conditions as Sonny has, then he should even understand more of the puzzle.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Tuesday was what?
Spencer confides in Victor.
I don't understand why Spencer is such good friends with Victor.
I don't either.
Especially since him and Nicholas have been getting along together.
I don't feel like these headlines really flow the conversation, though, this week.
Okay, well,
they're very choppy.
They are choppy. Back to the, we talk about pregnancy tests a lot. I'm so annoyed. Like, every single day, Esme would be like, if I'm with child, go pee on the stick. Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's not that difficult. You already have the test. Do it, and then you'll have your answer, and you don't have to hypothetical about it.
Right. All right. Are we just going all in on Esme right now?
Yes.
Okay.
All in on Esme. Just, first of all, I do want to tell
I guess we could jump to Wednesday then, because that's Sonny questions a visitor.
There you go. There. Yes. Yeah, she was not a visitor. He had her brought to him. But I was impressed with her for not caving, because if Sonny was yelling at me like that, I would tell him everything.
So, we gave her a little shout out this week, because like we've talked about in the past, and if you ever listen to Stephen Bradford's That's Awesome podcast, they frequently talk about the fact that 99.9% of the scenes are done in one take.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. So when Sonny was threatening her and everything, I was like, listen, we need to give this girl some accolades. You know, the poor actress
she's an amazing actress at being a very bad person.
Through the mud. But exactly. So gave her lots of shout outs on, and a lot of people agreed. They're like, seriously, she is so good, but we hate Esme.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody pointed out on Twitter that her Twitter handle does not match her Instagram handle. And I just copy and pasted. And so apologies to @AveryPoll on Twitter, who appears to be a younger person.
Oh, okay.
Because Twitter doesn't let you edit.
Mm-hmm.
So on Twitter, our Avery is Avery K. Poll.
Got it.
But there really was a lot of people who were giving her the credit that is so.
Yeah, it's amazing. Her facial expressions, just on the verge of tears, the way that her voice quivers. Perfect. Yeah. Just perfect.
She's very good. But so I started.
I feel like even if I was the actress, I would be like, okay, I did it. I'm sorry we have to do another take because Sonny's yelling at me and I can't just sit here and ignore it.
Well, and the thing that we've heard from other actors that have scenes with Sonny is that he does often work with them.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know, what was that conversation like? How is he helping her through?
Yeah, I'm going to be really mean to you and you just have to sit there and take it.
Right.
Okay.
But so we started with Esme and Nicholas. And so Nicholas knows about the video and I couldn't decide, had he already known about it or did we just see him finding out about it? I think he knew because based on Ava's reactions too. So we never saw them both finding out about the video.
Right.
But Esme starts talking about how her parents died. She was left with a nanny until she left for another family. And I said, it's like Amanda somehow watched Monday and everything that she asked for it to happen happened. And she's going to be staying above Kelly's. So, because he was like, you can't stay at Windermere. I'll get you a room over Kelly's.
Yes.
So he wasn't even springing for the Metro Court. Mm-mm. He was like, no, you can stay at Kelly's.
Right. I agree. Good job. Except for by the end of the week, she was like, I just don't feel safe. And
there was a point where I thought that he was onto her.
Yeah.
I thought he was picking up on, okay, girl, you are trying to.
Right. How many pregnancy schemes has there been? Come on, you're Cassinines. If someone says, I think I'm pregnant, you don't have a stash of pregnancy tests. Here you go.
You don't have an on-call nurse.
Exactly. Let's draw some blood and we'll have this answer. Brad's not touching it. We'll have the correct answer in
Brad's not touching it.
An hour or two. And there you go. I don't know how long actual blood results take to come back, but I feel like there's a way to expedite it if you have that kind of money.
But then I loved Ava and Carly both saying Esme at the same time when it was, nope, the video got leaked.
Exactly.
Trina's being arrested and Ava turned right around and walked out and was like, nope, someone is getting that girl out.
Yes.
And then she went to Sonny.
She did.
And then Sonny gets Esme taken away.
Yes. I like their friendship. like, well, I guess it's not like frenemies. They don't get along except for Avery, but when they need something, they have each other's back, and I love it.
Well, and Ava even pointed out later in the week whenever she told Smoltz to get away from Joss and Cam, because she's like, Ava does have, she's not going to invite you over, and, you know, you're not going to be her fate, but she's not going to let these young people go through something. She's not going to.
Mm-hmm.
But I was kind of impressed with how Nicholas put it all together to go find her and everything.
Yeah.
So I liked that. But Victor putting Sonny on notice? What?
Right.
Do you think?
Sonny's not scared of you. Mm-mm.
No.
He has so many people that could handle you, Uncle Victor. Just go back to
And then we never saw anything after it.
Right.
So it was like, Sonny, I'm putting you on notice. That's it.
I told you you're on notice. That's the end of it.
Here's your notice card.
Yes.
I wonder which tarot card would be the notice card.
We have to get a deck and go through it and be like,
I'm good.
This assignment. No, not play with it like that, but
I don't know.
Assign them different cards. All right. I can do it. You don't have to be any part of it. I'm going to find what one activates
Go for
you.
it. Go for it. Wait, okay. So is Esme going to tell Spencer that she's going to seduce his dad?
No.
Is that where that conversation was going? Because she said to Spencer, we can drive a wedge between your dad and Ava.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. I was thinking more, we can drive a wedge between your dad and Ava because your dad's taking our side and Ava's not going to. But the reason Ava's not going to is Ava's not stupid. When she walked in and saw Esme there, who is conveniently reading What to Expect When You're Expecting, again, who buys that book before they even have a positive pregnancy test unless they were trying to get pregnant? But okay, she's going to totally call her out and be like, hey, how many people have faked pregnancy tests? Let me go to the medicine cabinet and grab a pregnancy test. Here, Esme, take this. Look, you're not pregnant. Yeah. And even when it comes back that she is pregnant, we're not going to retest.
Do you think she really is?
Her word. I don't think she really is, but I think she's going to have a positive test.
You
can buy those things off Amazon.
What?
You can buy fake pregnancy tests off Amazon. Positive pregnancy tests. You did not know this?
No.
Oh, yeah. They have like a little disclaimer that's like, this is just supposed to be a joke. That's not a joke. People. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. But yeah.
That is disgusting.
I know. I personally have never purchased one. But I know from purchasing tests off Amazon that is something you can buy.
That just made me feel so gross.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You even like can pee on them and then it changes positive.
No.
It says just add water, but he would do the same thing, I would assume. So.
There are some things in my life that I don't like learning about.
Yep. Sorry to have educated you on that, but yeah. So,
all right. So back to this whole mess though. Portia and Taggart talking about the whole situation with Trina, and Taggart kind of sitting there like glaring, like, oh, is that Esme across the Metro Court?
Yep.
Kind of like it was going to take all his strength to be like, I can't go over there and just let her know.
Okay. But why are all of these people forgetting their backgrounds all over the place? Like, in the courthouse, Ava says, I know a back way to get out of here. You don't think
I thought that was funny.
But you don't think Curtis knows that too? I know the courthouse like the back of my hand. You don't think Curtis knows it too?
Yeah.
He's sneaking around to get information on people. He doesn't know the ins and outs of the courthouse. And then when Sonny was talking to Brick, he was like, oh, I can help you with all the computer stuff, blah, 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 but you'll need an actual enforcer. I don't know if those are the words he used, but you got the gist from what he was saying. And
Lieutenant, I think is what he said.
Okay.
Is that the second? Is a lieutenant?
Sure.
Okay. I think that was a word that was used at some point this week.
Okay. There you go. Somewhere in the week.
I don't know my mob hierarchy. I'm sorry.
I don't either. So, are we forgetting Spinelli? Like, Spinelli shut it all down, but he couldn't have investigated further to find out exactly where it came from.
And Spinelli didn't tell Sonny that he took it all down?
Exactly.
Joss said that Spinelli took it all down. But Joss is not talking to Sonny, so... But at the same time, I feel like Spinelli has good respect of boundaries, but in this instance, he'd be like, hey, just wanted to let you know.
I feel like even in that conversation with Michael would have said, we don't need your help. Spinelli's handled the tech side and we have everything else.
Yes.
So
that is true. Yeah.
I don't understand.
I don't either.
And on to people forgetting what their jobs are. Not that Scott is not an attorney, because he is. But if your daughter was being accused of something that held that kind of sentence and fine, would you not hire Diane over Scotty?
Right.
Okay.
And especially since Carly is connected to it.
Mm-hmm.
And Joss and Cam are both saying there's no way that she has. Yeah, you're going to pull those strings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't understand.
Absolutely.
Scott
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't thinking about it.
Okay. I can see Scott representing Nina because he's a slime ball and that's a slime ball case. But when it comes to Trina, no, it should have been Diane.
Well, and we finally got that whole phone thing figured out.
Right.
But how did she not realize that there was another phone in her purse the whole time?
Because she had a whole bunch of... It wasn't in there the whole time. It got put in there at Spring Ridge.
Yeah, but I mean, if I lose my phone in my purse, I wind up digging through. So how did she not accidentally grab that one?
I don't know.
Before, is what I'm thinking. I mean, it could have been hidden in a pocket or something. Maybe she did, because I know I don't use my back zipper pocket necessarily all the time. That's where I hide the stuff.
It did look like Esme was that sneaky. She just kind of dropped it in there. But I don't know. Maybe she doesn't normally keep her phone. Like, I don't keep my phone in my purse. I keep it in my back pocket.
Okay.
So if you're reaching into your purse for your wallet, you're not paying attention to anything else that's in your purse. Especially that was a big purse. That's why I don't carry big purses. You never know who's going to plant evidence on you. I carry these itty bitty ones so no one can frame me for sex tapes. There you go.
I don't even know what to do with that as I'm looking at my big purse.
Exactly. Everyone makes fun of me for carrying small purses. And
you don't
so
need to,
though. My justification.
Like, I carry files and stuff in my bag. So I need.
Even whenever the kids were little, I didn't carry.
Did you carry files?
No, I didn't carry files, okay. But I just mean like all the crap. And that's why. Because if you have a big purse, it's, Mommy, hold this. Can you put this in your purse? Can you blah, blah, blah? And then you have all this crap.
I once had a walnut in my purse for I don't know how long, but I won the
baby shower
bingo. You know exactly where I was going with that.
I did.
Yep. Because what's the most unique item in your purse? And
so
I dumped it. Out came a walnut.
I apologize if you don't win any baby bingo, but you will also not have planted evidence on you if you carry a smaller purse.
However, Trina willingly went with Jordan.
Right. She's
got
not that dumb.
Well, no, I don't think she was dumb in doing it.
No, Jordan was underestimating Trina. If I had two phones, one of which was used for something bad, I would not walk down to the police station and be like,
right.
Here, you can look through my bag. Oh, how did I get a second phone?
Right. She knows Trina is not.
She's not stupid.
Manipulative and stuff like that. However, are you proud of Jordan for tiptoeing around?
Yes.
See, she does. She's going to bend the rules for kids, not for adults who should know better. But she will make sure that.
I'm glad that she said something. I was shocked.
Tagger, I thought was going to throw her through the wall.
I was surprised that Trina didn't know to ask for an attorney, though.
I was really surprised that she wasn't like, well, can we call my dad at least?
Right. Someone.
Right.
Because you're asking me weird questions, and I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I did like Molly whenever Scott was like, Molly, and she was like, you can address me as D.A. Lansing, thank you.
Yep. ADA.
ADA Lansing.
Don't promote her yet. Lansing Davis.
Yeah, there you go. Sorry.
I loved her suit, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't like that she's on this case, though.
No.
But she did do a very good job of not answering that she thinks that she's innocent or not. She was like,
yes.
I think you need to advise your client to the best of your ability.
Yep. But do you think that Spencer really doesn't believe Trina?
I think he wants to believe Esme, so he's convincing himself to not believe Trina. And this was just
But then even on Friday when
convenient.
He was like, I hope that they can prove that she's innocent. And Esme was like, even if
exactly
it means that they're blaming me. I'm like, ooh.
I think in his mind, the better setup is to be with Esme or be by himself because him and Trina clash on so many other levels. So he's just he told himself a story. That's what's in his head. That's what he's trying to stick to.
Yeah.
But the logical side of him is like, yeah, that's not really true.
Yeah. But she pled not guilty.
I know. I was so glad that they didn't hold her on some crazy bail.
Seriously. Do you think that they tried to get that amount just because her parents are who they are?
I think they're trying to make it a huge deal because this is the first case that's gone this public, at least, that we know about. And so they're trying to show everyone. They're going to make an example out of Trina.
Is this being modeled after a real life case? I don't know.
I don't know.
Usually there is
something. I'm sure like there is.
There's been a
somewhere.
tie-in. Yeah.
Yeah. And it seemed like the DA had something similar happen to her because she was like, we're going to get justice for every girl who's ever been, their picture's been released or whatever. And it's like, okay, calm down. We're not all about that right now. Got to keep a single focus here.
Are we ever going to get to the fact that Curtis is Trina's dad? Or is that just...
I don't think that's going to happen for a while.
Okay. We're speculating, but we're pretty darn sure based on...
the whole world seems to agree with us.
Yes.
So
it had never been spoken ever, but there's been...
Right.
And I love that Joss and Cam went and supported her even when they just wanted to hide.
Yes.
And they were like, nope.
Joss is really showing that she's Carly's daughter. She's like, yep, we're going to go out the front door.
Yeah, but this could go one of two ways. Let's hope that she makes the right choice.
Yeah. She'll be okay.
She can have a little bit of the fire, just keep it contained.
Right now, it's more just standing up for herself against the bad guys. So I'm good with that. Don't let the reporters make you feel yucky when you didn't do anything wrong.
Exactly.
All right, what was the next one? Sunny questions, whatever. We yelled about that. What was the next headline?
I didn't yell about that.
I said we yelled about it. We did, because she was not friendly and
So Michael and Willow met with Diane. Is she now just practicing more family law since Jason's gone? Maybe that's your answer. She handled the divorce. She's handling Michael and Willow's custody.
Then they need to call Nora Buchanan in to handle
Yes.
I'm sorry, but Scott is not capable. And if this goes south, I'm going to be angry with him.
I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do. That's my answer. Bring Nora in and she'll handle it.
What was the last criminal case that... It probably was related to Jason and Sonny.
Probably, because she was up against Diane. I don't know. I just remember...
No, what was the last one that Diane did for them?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe she is just focusing a little bit more on family law than...
I don't know.
Oh, side note, love the new centerpiece in Carly's kitchen. Love it. And I love how they're paying attention. There were some really weird angles this week. I loved it. So like they very intentionally caught the centerpiece, which is made up of some kind of, there was flowers in there, but then it also looked like there was roots or something. I don't know.
I don't know either.
But then when Sonny was pouring the water and you saw Brick's face through the water as it was full, I was like, that's a really interesting choice. Don't know why we did that. Why do we need Brick in a bowl?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I was loving it though. Brick in a bowl.
Okay. Fairly odd parents.
Yes. Go back. Oh my God.
Heads. Fish bodies. Brick the barracuda.
Oh my gosh.
Barracudas are really big though.
They are. They're not fitting in a fishbowl. No.
I'm sorry.
Here's where we ask, what's in Shannon's mug?
It's a fizz stick. Blood orange fizz stick. Oh.
Okay. I'm going to change the subject and I'm going to go in a completely different direction.
Okay.
Alexis and Harmony. Wasn't Neil injected in his toe?
Yes.
Okay. I thought I dreamt that.
But wait.
Sometimes we have these conversations and you're like, Amanda, that didn't happen. I'm like, oh, in my head. But wasn't it in his toe?
It was in his toe. And then also earlier in the week, everyone's like, wasn't he on the other side of the bed? And all of us remembered it wrong. He was not. Somebody did comment like further down and was like, no, here's a link. He was on the right side of the bed. However, he was facing up.
Yes, because she injected his toe.
You know, you can reach your feet even if you're sleeping on your stomach.
But I feel like it'd be hard to be like up underneath. I feel like you'd feel something. I mean, I don't know how you don't feel someone injecting you no matter what.
Right.
But coming up underneath, I think would be harder to inject.
So having it be in his elbow, essentially.
Didn't make any sense.
No. But seriously, why did Harmony kill Neil?
Because of Cyrus.
Well, no kidding, but why?
Because Cyrus has...
But why? You're not going to have a good answer for me. Just so you know.
Okay. Glad I can't justify it, even though I can. No.
Okay.
Cyrus. Okay, so remember we talked about the whole cult thing and the daughter in the cult and blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
Of Neil's side. So obviously he does know Harmony or knew something about Harmony, even if she had changed her name or her looks or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's why the brother has the file on Harmony. So Cyrus, I'm assuming Cyrus pretended that he had the file and was blackmailing her.
Okay. So we know that Harmony has already said about how like Willow doesn't have the birth certificate because they didn't believe in them and everything like that. What the heck was his name? Brandon? What's the brother's name?
I don't know. I just called him the brother.
Neil's brother spying. He was spying on Esme when he was at Charlie's.
Yes.
He was sitting there listening in. Could she be Neil's relative somewhere? So some people were saying, could Willow be his daughter? But no, because his daughter Joanne died. And could she be his like granddaughter? Because when he died, so we don't actually know how old his daughter was.
Right.
He was 56 when he died. And his daughter died in 2014. So he would have been 50-ish. His daughter could have had a baby, not had a birth certificate. We already know that Esme is adopted or whatever that whole situation was. But then why do we hate Ava and like all of them so much? Because that has been the target. And we already know she doesn't love Spencer. But for some reason, she's like following Ryan. There's like 20 different little connections, but there's not the epicenter of, that's the official.
What's the official? Okay. So I think that Ryan is Esme's dad.
Okay. Bio or adoptive?
Bio.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out.
And then Harmony would have kidnapped her or taken her and given her to another family to get her out of the cult?
I don't know. Okay, so
who's mom? We don't know mom.
Remember when Phyllis said...
but we're thinking Joanne is mom. What if Ryan had a cult that we didn't know about?
Oh, God, I hope not.
And no, but listen, but Ryan, so then he would have, because he said, Joanne was not, or Joanne, Neil's daughter was in a cult and died of an intentional drug overdose.
Right.
And we know that he helped Christina get out through therapy because he wanted to do that with his daughter, but couldn't.
So you think Harmony is the one that overdosed Neil's daughter?
No, but now I do. But no, because Harmony was Dawn of Day though.
But she moved between different cults.
Yes, she did. But then why wouldn't she? So she already knows Ryan?
Yeah.
They already know. Other than him being a caretaker, other than her being his caretaker.
Yes. I think that
she knew him back in the day. So that's how they already have that relationship.
Right. Because.
Okay. So we're going to go with Joanne's mom, Ryan's dad. Harmony took and gave to, we don't know.
Well, okay. So Phyllis already said that she took Nina's baby down to Florida and handed her off to a very wealthy couple.
Yes.
Okay. So maybe that couple is just the cover for what they're actually.
They're trafficking babies.
So that is why we don't know that we don't know that Willow is Nina's baby because she didn't get given to Harmony at that time.
Okay.
So
Willow was the baby. No, Nell was the baby that Phyllis took.
Yes.
Okay.
Nell was the baby that Phyllis took and gave to someone in Florida. Maybe Harmony was the one that then they handed the babies off to. And so maybe that's how she would have, she took possession of Willow.
Okay.
And.
But then how's Willow Nina's? Because that's going to come out somehow.
That is going to come out somehow.
I don't think that's even close to.
I just think she's the baby handler. Harmony is the baby handler. She kept Willow for herself.
Can we call her a smuggler?
Sure.
Just because I feel like the handler, I'm thinking like an animal handler, and
okay,
they're
smuggler. So that's
a crime. What she is doing is a crime. A handler is
true.
Like
the person that helps.
If they have right. So
okay, smuggler. So.
Yes. I was really rooting for her to have a redemptive story, though. Like just coming out of the cult and changing her life. No, now it turns out
no.
Oh, okay.
So that's why we don't know that Willow is Nina's.
If they could keep Willow not being Nina's, that would be great.
That would be great, but I don't think they're going to do that. So somewhere there was a middleman between Ryan and maybe Neil's daughter got pregnant by Ryan.
Okay.
Then realized he was a psychopath.
Okay.
So she was trying to escape the cult.
Okay.
And Ryan made Harmony overdose her after she had the baby. But Harmony felt like, no, this still isn't where the baby should be. She was also seeing Ryan's crazy.
Okay.
So she gave Esme to the adoptive parents.
Okay. And
Boom.
who are going to be the adoptive parents? Don't know. Okay. But do you see what I mean? Like, there's so many, like, little things
I don't even know how I got there. My brain's like, I know what I am thinking, but I cannot.
I feel like right now it's like the border of the puzzle. Like, we got the border of the puzzle all together,
yes.
but we're missing, like, these certain, like, connective parts that I'm excited. I'm sorry. Like, I think that it's a horrible storyline. That
it's horrible just because obviously.
I am loving that they threw this in. Nobody saw this coming.
Right.
Who the heck would have seen? And then Neil's brother comes back and is asking Alexis for help with expenses and whatnot. Blah, 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 blah. But seriously, it's a head scratcher.
I wonder is he going to try to blackmail Harmony because he needs money, but Harmony doesn't have any money? Or is he going to take the information and give it to Alexis?
He'll probably blackmail Harmony into getting stuff out of Alexis. Maybe. But Alexis doesn't have anything. I mean, she still has some things, but she's still rebuilding herself. I'm sure she still has money, but
I also didn't understand why Harmony knew where the cleaner was. And when Alexis asked, she was like, oh, because I was here, trying to persuade Christina to go with us, blah, 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 blah. And then it flashed back to her coming in the door and going upstairs and injecting.
Right. She still never went in the basement.
She never went in the basement.
No, she might have been hanging out in the basement waiting for them to go to bed.
No, it showed her coming in the
door. Oh, yeah,
door.
it did show her coming in the door.
And she went right up the
stairs.
stairs.
So she still didn't go to the basement.
Yeah. So not that I didn't want the explanation of how Neil died.
No, but it would have made sense if we had seen her coming out of the kitchen the same way that we saw her coming out with the cleaner. If we had seen her coming out with
exactly.
There you go.
I just don't know why one triggered the other memory.
Yes. Okay. And Molly and TJ are moving out. The end.
Right.
Not the end, but.
So let me see what else I have. Harmony talks to Willow and Michael, which was stupid. Blah, blah, blah. You should let her see them or let Nina see
You have the same.
him.
You did all caps with the mind explode. Like, because I wrote it in all caps too. I'm like, she killed Neil. Amanda did big, bold letters.
I did with the, oh my gosh emoji.
Seriously didn't see it coming.
Yeah, Harmony talking to Willow and Michael on Nina's behalf. That was stupid. And they totally called her out and were like, why are you even doing this?
Yeah.
This is dumb.
I cannot believe Harmony's restraint.
And not punching Nina in the face when she was talking all that crap on her daughter.
I mean,
first of all,
willows do belong to the oak family, just so you know. I looked it up after she said this weeping willow is not an oak tree, because I'm like, what are you, an arborist?
Okay, here's where Shannon gets her dork card for the week. Oh my God.
Some willows belong to the oak family.
Okay, thank you for clarifying. I'm sure all of us are on the edge of our seat wanting to know that information. So thank you for looking it up for us. Even if I had a best friend whose daughter was out of control, I would not speak to her that freely about my thoughts on her child. But Willow or Nina and Harmony are not friends like that. You just asked me for a favor and now you're going to sit here and talk all kind of crap on my daughter? Yeah, I don't think so. I'd have punched her.
I feel like Nina is going to be in Shady Brook soon.
Mm-hmm.
She is reaching that delusional.
Right. Talking to Carly.
Yes. No, it's okay. I'll just go talk to Carly. Right. She does not like you.
Right. I my note for that was, is Nina stupid? Like, what are you doing? First of all, to bring up Joss, you already know that's like a hot point for her. Don't talk to her about her daughter.
I did.
No.
Or she was saying that manipulatively, though.
I don't know that. Well, first of all, I don't know that she was trying to be manipulative. I think in her mind, she's crazy enough to think that they're still at that level where they can have that communication. But she turned it manipulative, even if she didn't mean it that way, by 5 seconds later being like, oh, now that we're friends again, hey, can I see Wiley? What? You're not friends. She doesn't like you.
Yeah.
And then to talk about how, it's everyone else's fault. And Carly instantly was like, you're insane. You did all of this. Leave me alone.
I think she's going to break soon.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be so good. So good.
And I would love to see Martin and Scott go at each other in court. I feel like that would be a lot of fun.
That would be fun.
And my note was, Nina, you can't beat the naysayers because you keep doing things to hurt them.
Right.
If you want a different outcome, you have to have a different action. You can't keep harming this family and going, but love me.
Right. But that's my grandson that I'm pretty sure we still haven't done a paternity test on yet, or you would see that it's not.
So Carly and Sam talked about Jason being declared dead.
I don't know how many times we're going to have to talk about this.
But Carly and Liz did not talk about Jason last week.
No.
I just thought that was interesting.
Sam and her are supposed to be more friends, and Liz and her were just supposed to be a truce for the day.
That's true.
Oh, Sasha and Brando are back.
Yes.
And Deception has gone public.
No, April 5th. We're getting the IPO instead of the nurses' ball.
I'm sorry. Oh.
And Chase is going to sing. Well, that's what we're working on, is that Chase is going to
Yeah.
sing. And I called it that he was going to be back in the station. He's just not back on duty, but that is 100% why they had his stuff back on the desk.
Yes.
Ooh, and him shutting down Dante.
Yeah, that was good.
Dante's
good.
like, dude, you like her.
Right. He's like, I've been friends with her forever, so I can call out the negative things. You are getting so defensive. Obviously, you like her. Just admit that. Come on. So, it was cute.
I just had a real gross thought.
Oh, no.
So you remember how Carly tried to get Brooklyn to
Break up.
Yeah. And now they're technically step siblings because their parents are married.
Mm-hmm.
But Dante's ex-wife is also his mom's ex-boyfriend. Johnny.
Stop. I'm pretty sure we've discussed this before, and it's yuck all over. So just stop.
Sorry, I just did all
all
the connections together.
I'm interested. But I'm like done with the Sasha stuff. They came back. She wants some drugs. The thing's going public. I don't feel like Lucy.
Why do they have to give her the name Sam? Why does the pusher have to have the same name as someone who's on?
It's not Sam.
I thought she said her name was Sam.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
It was that weird girl with the crazy colored hair.
It's not our Sam, but I think that her name is Sam.
No.
No?
No.
Then what's her name?
It's like Alicia or something.
Oh, I thought she called and said something about Sam, and I was like, all right, why are we using that name again?
I'm almost positive. I don't know if she's a big enough role that I can Google it for you. Suzanne. Suzanne is more than Sasha's.
Okay, so I'm not entirely wrong on that if I was half listening to that.
She's Sasha's former drug dealer. Last we saw Sasha, she was freaking out in the bathroom. General Hospital recaps recall Sasha name dropped her favorite makeup artist, Suzanne, but Suzanne is more than Sasha's makeup girl.
Okay.
She's Sasha's former drug dealer. Sasha returns
Suzanne,
to Deception.
Sam, tomato.
I don't know where it says that they see each other at Kelly's, but
it's not really tomato. It's more like potato tomato, but
anyway.
If you weren't hardly listening,
then perhaps.
If you were hardly listening, not weren't hardly listening.
You know what I meant.
No, I'm the one who messed it up, and you repeated the wrong thing I said.
Oh, well then you're welcome. Anyway, yeah, okay, so she's going to get into drugs. We already knew that, and it's going to destroy their relationship, blah, 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 blah. But none of that was shocking. And Lucy handing her the information on the IPO going public and the first page of it being conception. Lucy's not that stupid. I don't know why they did that other than to set her off. But she was already getting ready to be set off because they were insisting on a party that she didn't want to have. So
I guess we'll see what happens next week.
They could have kept that out of there. And then the only other thing I have is the new cop dude. I wrote, Trina, thanks for the pop cop. Because that was the look she gave him whenever he set it down, and she looked up like, oh, thanks for the pop cop. So in my mind, that's what she said. No.
Not everyone's always flirting.
Okay. He's pretty cute. That's what I would have said to him. So,
and we need more cops. So
exactly.
Yep.
And he stood up for her whenever Nicholas was refusing to leave. He was like, okay, it's time for you to go. Get out. So I liked that. And he was the one that was watching her in the hallway.
And they've never had someone in the room.
Yeah, no, I thought they had a cop in there for underage. I can't remember when Cam got arrested because of the whole drugs and whatever stuff. I can't remember if they had a cop in there for him.
I don't know. We'll have to go back and...
I don't know. But anyway.
Or if that's just our way of introducing a new character.
Exactly. He's just a nice guy. He likes to hand out
Maybe they
pop.
realize that a lot of things are going wrong at the PCPD, so they're like, you know what? Maybe we should have someone in there.
Paying attention to who's visiting. Although I don't know that he really kept any kind of good track. They gave her a time limit with, who was the 10-minute time limit?
I don't remember. It was like a revolving door, though. It's like,
yeah, she had a 10-minute time limit with one of the people, and then the next minute somebody else came in, and then somebody else came in, and I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of like when Spencer was in jail. You can just have unlimited visitors.
Right.
You're sitting in the interrogation room, but okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
Anything else? Did we miss anything else from
I don't think so.
Netflix,
Hulu,
whatever? Hulu highlights, sorry.
No.
You have no other notes?
No, we've talked about everything.
All right.
Oh, Sonny drinks single malt, age 12 years in a sherry cask.
Okay. Today's drinking sparkling water.
Yes.
All right. So it's reality check. Can you twist that sparkling water into something good? That was a hard lead-in.
No.
No?
But I will say that we had an intake this week for my daughter to attend an overnight camp for the first time in her life. It's going to come up in July, and I'm trying really hard not to be nervous about it, but it's a camp specifically for kids and young adults with disabilities, and they go over every single need to make sure that they have staff to accommodate and to be there. And she's not even spent, I think she spent 2 nights at the same person's house that was not a family member in her life. I feel like kids really don't have sleepovers the way that we did growing up anymore. So I don't feel like that's something that, but you know, that's still,
it's a big deal.
And it's not for anything other than but like my son's gone to camp and like gone away on mission trips and stuff like that. But she's never wanted to. We've asked. And this year she was like, sure, I'll try.
That's awesome. That's huge.
So when I'm a hot mess in July, we're going to know why. But that's it. I mean, that was the highlight of my week. So
I saw the pictures you had. She looked awesome and so excited to be there.
And it helps that the woman who's the camp director is someone that my husband's known since college.
Oh, yeah.
And she also has a son with a disability. So I have like a direct line to her, but I know that she is there.
It's going to be awesome.
But then I had other people that like either their sister worked there or I have a friend who actually went there growing up.
Wow.
So yeah. So
all good signs. It's going to be amazing.
Very good. Yes.
Yay.
What about you?
It was birthday week.
Yes, it was.
So Monday, Emily turned 19 and we all went out to dinner for a family dinner and it was nice. Her boyfriend came and Emily is one that likes to make every occasion a little extra. So she had a tiara on, a little sash, and everyone was like, oh, happy birthday, blah, blah, blah. So she got the attention that she was craving. And then Tuesday was Megan's 16th birthday, which was not as much fun because she had a classmate recently pass away. And so that was when the viewing and everything was. So she was focused on that and that's where she wanted her priorities to be. So I let her make that choice. We did cake and ice cream whenever she got home and was, in a good mood or whatever. Funny enough, you stress about your kids' presents, especially as they get older, because who knows what to buy them. Madeline was intent on going to Five Below and getting her a squishy that was in the shape of a dumpling. Obsessed. And I'm like, kids like to buy other people presents that they want. Like, she's scheming to get a present, and we'll get there when we get there. So
for Megan to keep it for a week, but then here, Madeline.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, Megan really likes dumplings. Whenever our stepmom has them, Megan really likes them. And I'm still kind of like, okay, there's lots of food that people like, whatever. So we went to Five Below and we couldn't find them. So she took my phone and went up to the manager and was like, excuse me, do you happen to know if you have any of these in stock? And he looked in all the different places and then he actually pulled stuff out to see if people jammed it behind. And there was 2 that were jammed behind, but they didn't have the cardboard box on them. And he was like, you can buy one of these if you want. We're supposed to get a truck tomorrow, but I can't guarantee there'll be any on it. It's up to you. And she was like, yes, I want to buy this. Like, Megan needs this. And I'm like, all right, whatever. So we did that. And then we went to Target and got presents for Matt and her dad and Emily and whatever. So Tuesday, Megan's birthday, Megan had wanted her ears pierced, up on top, her cartilage and stuff. So I had done that a couple weeks ago. And so I had no presents for her. And so small, whatever. She hands Megan the present. Megan opens it up and like literally gets tears in her eyes and FaceTimes one of her friends and is like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. And it was so
Madeline has to be
cute.
so happy.
Yes, like the look of happiness on Megan's face was priceless, but the look of like, yes, I won best present from Madeline was just adorable. And me sitting there the whole time like, who would have thought of her a stupid $5 dumpling squishy, but okay. So
that is so sweet.
It was a good like bonding whole whatever thing. So yeah, sometimes actually listen to what the little kids are saying because Madeline absolutely knew what she was talking about. And then Wednesday we didn't do anything. They're over at their dad's this weekend because Wednesday was their dad's birthday. And then Thursday was Matt's birthday. And he went out with friends and like did his own thing. Came home and got his presents that he was happy with.
Don't tell me this happens.
But yeah, I was trying to schedule a birthday party with my family for him because he couldn't go last weekend. And he was like, nope, my birthday doesn't work for me. And he came home. His friends had actually bought him presents. Like, I didn't know boys bought other boys
that's nice.
presents unless it was like an official party, but they did.
I feel like when they're older, they do. I mean, like, I know.
I guess, I don't know.
But I feel like, but at Matt's age, I would not.
Right. Like, it was so thoughtful that they like went together as a group and got him a SpongeBob shirt and then this zip up Adidas jacket, like windbreaker thing. Yeah. And he was happy as can be with his presents and his whatever. But yeah, like we haven't even officially sang happy birthday to him yet because he was just too busy to be bothered, which was a little sad and heartbreaking. But he's 24 now, so I guess that's what happens.
See, at the end of this month, my son turns 20 and is still going to be at school because classes don't end until May 2nd. Thankfully, but not thankfully. I mean, he hasn't always necessarily been home on his birthday because sometimes it has fallen on my ex's weekend. Mm-hmm. However, we'll celebrate Thursday then because then he'll go away, you know, and I don't know what to do because it's a big deal. It's difficult. Well, I guess it wasn't the year that COVID hit. It would have been last year. He was living at his dad's, but there was like COVID around them. Yes. And so that was the first birthday that I had not spent with him. So I was just happy to have him back in the house and like at least get to see him. Happy birthday. And here's your presents and whatever. And so whatever. But yeah, it was a great birthday week. They're all happy with what they got and everything else. But the highlight was definitely the interaction between Megan and Madeline. It was just so cute. And the dumplings. I love it. If you need a dumpling squishy, Five Below. Very nice. That's so cool. And then tomorrow we are, so it'll actually have happened yesterday based on when you're listening to this at the earliest release. Because you could be listening to this in a couple of weeks. Who knows? But on April 3rd, just in case you want me to time traveling, just call me. No, I'm not going to. My father-in-law looks like Doc Brown. Yes. So I'm not even going to get, can't even. I'm Doc Brown's daughter-in-law. There you go. I mean, honest to goodness, if you have ever seen Back to the Future, mannerisms, looks, everything. My father-in-law is Doc Brown. It's a little freaky. It's very. He's him. Love him. Anyway, we're going to the GH Fantasy event, and I think that we're going to try to put together maybe a little bonus episode because we don't want to lose traction with the Mexican Adventure coming out on Thursday. So we might just have a little bonus episode of what it was like at the fantasy event. Maybe we'll have a chance. I don't know. Maybe we'll talk to other people. Who knows? I hope so. But with that, just join us on Thursday as we talk about the Mexican Adventure Part 2. Have a good week. And we'll meet you at the pier. Bye. Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to pier54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platforms. Don't forget to leave us a review.
And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Pier 54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at pier54podcast@gmail.com.